Carol here with a brand new compilation here at Cool School.
Yarr! Let's watch stories about summer.
Oh, I think that's a very good idea. Let's go.
It's time for a brand new adventure with the stupendous Drew Pendous and his mighty penultimate. Today, Drew must save Color War at camp. It was the last day of camp, and Drew was all ready for
Color War!
Camp Cool School's team was decked out in all blue. This year, they were battling the kids from the rival camp across the lake.
Okay, we've never met these campers, so we don't know how big they are.
Or how crafty.
Or how smart. But I know we can win. Team Red's got nothing on us. Wait, where is Team Red? Here we are, ready to play. Oh no, it's Ray Blank.
Kids, you remember Ray Blank? He's Drew's evil twin. The camp across the lake must be Camp Cruel School. It was time for the games to begin. The first event was simple, tug of war.
Come on, pull harder. Point one for Team Blue.
Yay!
Awesome.
Victory is delicious. Next up, arm wrestling.
Nope, you win.
Nope, I give up.
Hey, Nikki, what's the history of arm wrestling? Interesting question. Arm wrestling dates back to the... Hey, you tricked me. You ready? Sure am. You? Your magic eraser. How'd you get that back? While you were playing Capture the Flag, I was playing Capture the Eraser. Hey! 4 points for the red team. Well, you're going down in dodgeball.
Finally, it was time for dodgeball, the final game. Captain Hooksy popped the ball with her hook. Miss Booksy dodged the ball by disappearing into a story. Eventually, it was down to just Drew and Ray.
Say hello to Cannon Arm. No match for my eraser. Yeah, you're out. Team Blue rules, Team Red drools. Maybe I'll just erase you, Pooh Pendous. Hey, take that back. Guys, stop fighting. I know you're arch enemies and everything, but this is just a game.
My thoughts exactly.
Oh no! It was Grace Kale and her color-sucking vacuum.
Grace Carol, she's back.
Now you're all totally Team Gray, so I win Color War.
Give us back our color. We need it. Yeah, I don't want to be stuck on the same team as him. Yuck.
The color is mine. I win, you lose.
Ray, I know we're enemies, but we both want the color back, right? Yeah, so what? We can work together to defeat Grace. Work together? Like as a team? Yeah!
The kids hatched a plan. Drew made a huge pile of colorful balloons.
Yoo-hoo, Grace, check it out. So much color.
OMG, give me that.
But those weren't just balloons. They were water balloons. Cool School and Cruel School joined forces.
No, you like totally ruined my hair. Stop.
No, I'll totally ruin your color sucker.
Ray used his magic eraser to erase Grace's vacuum.
Hey, no fair.
Watch out, here comes the mother load.
Like, no.
Grace's vacuum blasted color all over, and it rained down from the sky.
Whatever, I'll be back.
And that's how Ray Blank and the stupendous Drew Pendous worked together to save the Camp Color War. It's like they forgot they were total enemies or something.
What now? Water balloon fight!
Well, at least they forgot for a little while. And the moral of the story, kids, play fair, work together, and watch out for color-sucking villains when you're in the middle of Color War.
Hey, at least Rain of Gloom didn't show up. Uh-oh.
It's time for a brand new adventure with the stupendous Drew Pendous and his mighty penultimate. Today, Drew must battle a gang of treasure-hunting pirates. Are you ready? Let's go! It was a totally typical day at Cool School, and Drew was in the library for story time with Miss Booksy.
Today we're reading Treasure Island. It's a story about pirates.
Pirates? Cool!
And hidden treasure.
Hidden treasure? Awesome! I'm gonna go into the story with Miss Booksy and find the hidden treasure.
Okay, Treasure Island. Here we go.
It didn't work. Miss Booksy must have a magic nose wiggle. I know. I'll just draw myself into the story. Awesome.
Drew, what are you doing here?
I want to help you fight the pirates and then find the treasure.
Well, okay. You can be the cabin boy.
Cabin boy with the mighty penultimate, though, right?
Of course.
But then, Drew and Miss Booksy heard something very, very strange.
Once upon a time, Miss Booksy and Drew Pendous got trapped inside a story.
Wait a minute, that sounds like...
Captain Hoaxy!
Oh no, kids! You remember Captain Hooksy, right? She's from Cruel School, where everything is the opposite of Cool School, and all the teachers are mean instead of nice. Captain Hooksy must have gone into the library and taken Miss Booksy's storybook.
That's right. Welcome to Storytime with me, Captain Hooksy. Today we're reading Treasure Island, but it has a little Cruel School twist. Miss Booksy and Drew will be trapped forever! Ha ha ha!
Oh no!
Or maybe the scary pirates will just make them walk the plank.
I don't see any scary pirates. Never mind, I see them.
Arr!
Hey guys, how's it going? I like your eye patch.
Arr! I'm Long John Silver, the scariest pirate in the world. Fuck, scariest pirate in the world.
Well, I'm Drew Pendous, and I'm here to defeat you.
Eat you, fuck.
No, defeat you.
Excuse me, but I tell the stories around here, and this is not how it goes. You're going down, Pirate Man. Oh, but I'm telling the story now, Booksy, and I don't think you'll like this next part.
Maybe we should board my ship and take a little walk on the plank.
Walk the plank, walk the plank, walk.
Drew, quick.
Here I come. Uh-oh.
Maybe I should have a sword too.
Oh, sorry, Miss Booksy.
Yarr!
Time out. We're gonna need some backup.
What are those?
Robot pirates.
Robot pirates, walk.
Let the battle begin.
Super Drew, Miss Booksy, and the robot pirates battled Long John Silver and his crusty pirate gang all the way across the beach and onto the pirate ship, and the good guys were winning.
Now walk the plank, you mean pirates.
But first, tell us where the treasure is.
Nice work, guys, but you seem to be forgetting that I'm telling the story now, and this is not how it goes.
Yarg! So,
Hey, don't me, I you.
Silence! Pirates, I want Drew and Booksy tied up. You'll be trapped in the story forever, and then I'll take over Cool School.
No!
You can't do this. Sure I can. Just like this. Once upon a time, a librarian and her student were tied up by pirates and left on a deserted island for infinity. The end.
You have to get back to the library and change the story.
That won't save you. I have the book now. Your storytelling powers are mine. All mine! Drew, draw something.
I can barely move my arms, but I'll try. Hey guys, I found something. I think it's a treasure map.
yar! There's the map we've been looking for.
I'll trade you this map for that book.
Yar! You've got a deal.
No, it's mine. This is mutiny. Okay, fine. Finally, the storybook was returned to its rightful owner, Miss Booksy. Captain Hooksy, the evil Cruel School librarian, jumped into the water and swam away. You haven't seen the last of me. I'll be back. Not in my story, you won't. Then the pirates untied Drew Pendous and Miss Booksy and set off for the treasure.
And immediately got stuck in quicksand.
That's not in the book.
Yeah, but I put a big X right over a quicksand pit.
Yar!
Oh, nice twist. At last, the brave superhero and the really awesome librarian went back to Cool School.
The end. Oh good, it worked this time.
And that's the end of our brand new story of Treasure Island, aka Drew and Booksy battle Captain Hooksy and the pirates.
And that's the adventure, kids. Moral of the story, don't try to rewrite story time.
Hey, who drew in my book?
And never draw in a library book.
Well, hey there, boys and girls. Crafty Carol here with a brand spanking new craft for you right here at Cool School. Today's craft is pretty amazing, if I do say so myself, and I do. I just said it. But I think you're gonna say it too because it's about summer, it's about sand, it's about water, it's about castles, And I just can't wait anymore. It's about sandcastles because I love the beach and I love just like building things. So every time I'm at the beach, I always try to make a ginormous sandcastle and it's awesome, but then the wind blows or the tides come in. So we are making a sandcastle that you can keep pretty much forever because we're making it out of kinetic sand. What do you need to make it? I've got kinetic sand, some purple kinetic sand that supposedly float, a Tupperware container, little things from around the house like tape and lids, a couple of straws, cups, water, and food coloring. Let's get started. So I got this clear plastic container that I'm going to fill with water. That's gonna be our moat. And then we're gonna have the castle on top of that. Now to do that, I'm gonna make a little tower with 2 cups. And then I'm gonna use this lid to be the base for our sandcastle. So it's a little big right now, so I'm gonna trim that up. Oh cool, now I've got my little mustache with my virtual blue eyebrows. So let's start one big tower in the middle. I'm gonna use a cup, I'm gonna pack my sand in there. Make your own sandcastle and do it in your own way. All right, there is tower number 1. This is just a roll of tape. So I'm just gonna pack some sand into here. Let's make another tower the exact same size. Got another little tower here. And let's make some little like towery thingies. This is just another roll of tape. That'd be like the little watchtower. That's where they go up and they spy around and they're like, oh, hark, there she blows. I see a regiment coming. And another little one there. One good thing about making this sandcastle is you can do it from the safety of your own home. You don't have to worry about any sharks. I want to make those little things around the top. I don't know what they're called. Maybe one of you can tell me in the comments, but the little things that you hide behind. I'm gonna use some of this tape. I'm gonna double up. And then, so I'm gonna take this tape and I'm just gonna snip little squares in it. Like a little circle here. You're gonna have what looks kind of like a tiny little crown. I'm the smallest princess in the world. What's your favorite thing about the beach? Tell me in the comments, I wanna know. Let's put our last little thingamajiggy. Cool, and then we'll get started on the moat. I'm gonna take some brown sand here and just pack in around. We got some nice, oh my goodness, that's looking super cool, guys. Oh, I wanna make a flag. I'm gonna wrap it around, make a cool castle-y looking flag here. That looks cool as all get out. So this castle probably needs some protective guard sharks. All right, kind of looks like a tooth. Cool, there's shark number 1. Let's make an octopus. Let's just make a little dolphin. Not scary either, dolphins are the best. Dolphins are like one of my favorite animals. Oh, whales though, I love whales. Whales are so awesome because they're so big. They're like bigger than like 4 school buses sometimes. Hey, he's a dolphin just like Dolph in The Little Mermaid. We've got our little Tupperware here. All right, so we're gonna wanna take 2 cups and we're gonna trim it down a little bit because we want it to be about the same height. Okay, so we're gonna glue these down. You know my rules about glue guns. Don't use them by yourself. Get help from a grown-up. Cool, now let's let that dry. Got some water here. Just gonna add some blue. All right, so we've got our water here. Glue on our castle. We'll bring our octopus around to the front. We'll even have him hanging over the side a little bit. Boys and girls, there you have it. This is how you make a kinetic sandcastle moat for your bedroom. Well, hey there, boys and girls. Crafty Carol here at Cool School with a brand new craft for you. Today, I am taking my inspiration from springtime, blue skies, and one of my all-time favorite creatures, the bee. We're gonna make a cute bee kite. And I'm going to use awesome little Maya the bee here as my model. You can see for yourself why I like Maya the Bee by checking out her movie on DVD. You can look in the description for more details, or as I like to say, bee-tails. Well, okay, so what do you need to make this craft? All you need is a yellow piece of paper, some string, a stapler, some black paint or markers for your stripes, and whatever else you want to decorate your bee with. I've got some fuzzy yellow pipe cleaners and some googly eyes, so I'll also need some glue for that. And that's all you need. This is gonna be the easiest, flyingest, bumblebeeingest kite you ever made, I promise. Now, let's see, what time is it? Oh, I know what time it is. It's time to start making this craft. Well, okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna give our yellow paper some black bee stripes. You can use black paint or a marker. I'm gonna use this big marker here, and let's just make some stripes up and down. Bees get a bad rap, but did you know that they help flowers and plants grow? They do that with the pollen they spread around. So next time you smell a pretty flower or eat a piece of delicious fruit, you better thank a bee. Thanks, bees. Well, there we go. That's some pretty good looking bee stripes right there. So now what are we gonna do? We're just gonna flip it over, and we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. You are not gonna believe how easy this kite is gonna be to make. So the next thing you wanna do is just fold your paper over like this, and you're just gonna make a nice crease right here. Oh, I'm learning all about bees, how interesting. So the next thing I wanna do is add some antenna. There you go. So I'm just gonna take my pipe cleaners here and just put them right there in the front. And then I am gonna staple them in place. That's how easy it is to get your antenna in there. So the next thing you wanna do is just fold back. Don't fold it down all the way. Don't make a crease in it. You want it to be nice and loose right here. That's where it's gonna catch the wind. And then we're gonna do the exact same thing with the other side. And I'm just gonna staple that down. Now check that out. That's looking pretty good. We've almost got ourselves a kite here. So now we're gonna attach our string so our kite can fly up in the air. Kites need a string or else they just fly away. You never find them again. You know, Maya the Bee is actually a perfect inspiration for our craft because kites fly way up in the sky and Maya flies through the meadow to meet new friends. So, you know, we're both flying. So I'm gonna take this little bit of string here, the same place where you stapled your ends together. And if you want some extra security there, you can tie a little knot, but I think we got it pretty strong here. And last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some googly eyes, and I'm gonna put the eyes right up here. Here we go again, just waiting for glue to dry. And let's add our finishing touch here, the last googly eye. I mean, not the last googly eye ever. That would make me so sad. Well, there you have it, boys and girls. We got ourselves a bee kite here. There's just one step left. We gotta see how she flies. And there you have it, a bee kite, perfect for a warm, breezy day. You might say I'm the queen bee of crafts.
My cool school project is all about our national holiday, July 4th. As you may know, July 4th is considered America's birthday. Happy birthday, America! It's also known as Independence Day. A long time ago, on July 4th, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was adopted. It was put together by some very important men, also known as the Founding Fathers: John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, and the main writer, Thomas Jefferson. You know, the third president of the United States, the guy on the $2 bill, and the inventor of macaroni and cheese. Hey, Dad, what's for dinner?
Why, mac and cheese, of course.
Again?
Well, I did invent it, dear.
Thomas Jefferson declared that the original 13 colonies were no longer to be governed by King George III of Great Britain.
No more king! We want to be free! What? I don't get to rule the land across the pond? But I just got tickets to see a Broadway show in New York City!
Too bad, King George. We are going to be our own country that has the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And with our newfound freedom, we're going to celebrate every year with parades, hamburgers, hot dogs, and fireworks. Back in 1776, there were only 2.5 million people living in the United States. Today, there's an estimated 316 million people in the country.
And 41 million ducks.
Quack, quack.
The first American flag had 13 stars in a circle and 13 stripes in total, with 7 red stripes and 6 white stripes to represent the colonies. Today, when we wave our flag, it has 50 stars for the 50 states. The first ever July 4th party inside the White House was in 1801. Speaking of celebrations, did you know the 30th president, Calvin Coolidge, was born on July 4th? And so was President Obama's daughter, Malia. What an awesome day to have your birthday.
All right, Malia. After we eat cake, we'll watch fireworks on the lawn.
Woohoo! On July 4th, Americans spent over $227 million on fireworks. Kaboom!
Those ducks are real firecrackers.
In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home of the Liberty Bell, the July 4th tradition is to, no, don't ring the bell, it could crack. Oops. I guess we should just tap it from now on. Yep, the tradition is to tap the bell 13 times in honor of the 13 colonies. When I think of July 4th, I think of hanging out with family and eating a lot of food. Did you know Americans eat 155 million hot dogs on July 4th? That's a lot of hot dogs.
I'm taking a break from my fly diet. Hot dogs and burgers are much better.
So what do you like to do on July 4th? Tell us in the comments below.
My cool school project is all about presidents. When I grow up, I want to be the president of the United States. Why? Well, when you're president, you get to live in the White House. And you get your own helicopter and airplane. You could fly anywhere you want. I would fly to Disney World like every day. And presidents can say no to other people's new laws. That's called a veto. I would say N-O to all the boring laws and replace them with awesome ones. Like the law about having to take math tests. I would veto that.
Bedtime is 8:30, young lady.
Bedtime? Veto! New law, no bedtime! And presidents get to have their faces on cool stuff, like money, and mountains, and on Halloween masks. So, who are some of America's presidents from history? Let's start with the very first president, George Washington. He helped start the USA with his friends over 200 years ago. He wore a wig and had wooden teeth. And he was not nice to his cherry tree, but at least he told the truth about it.
Sorry.
Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States. He was the tallest president ever, and not just because he wore such a big hat. Here's an awesome fact about Abe Lincoln. He was a wrestler. Maybe that's how he won the election. I wonder if he had a cool wrestling nickname like The Rock. The Lincolnator! Awesome fact number 2. Lincoln Logs are named after him because he was born in a log cabin. He was really smart, and he kept the country together, which I really appreciate. Another president who had a toy named after him is Teddy Roosevelt, our 26th president. The Roosevelt bear? Oh wait, the teddy bear. That's kinda cool. I'd like a bear named after me too. He didn't actually have any bears in the White House, but Calvin Coolidge had a pet hippopotamus, and Herbert Hoover had pet alligators. Some presidents had cool hobbies. Teddy Roosevelt liked to walk around on stilts. Maybe he wanted to be taller than Abe Lincoln. The 44th president, Barack Obama, collects comic books. His favorites are Conan the Barbarian and Spider-Man. Ronald Reagan, the 40th president, was an actor. He was in a movie with a monkey. Thomas Jefferson, president number 3, invented the swivel chair and built a macaroni machine. Maybe he liked to spin around while eating mac and cheese. Sometimes presidents get in trouble. One time, the 18th president, Ulysses S. Grant, got a ticket for speeding on his horse. William Taft was the 27th president. Sometimes he got stuck in the bathtub. I hope he kept some toys in there. It's also super important that presidents read a lot of books and know a lot of stuff. The 42nd president, Bill Clinton, knows a lot. One time a guy gave him a quiz about My Little Pony, and Bill Clinton got all the questions right. I wonder who is his favorite pony. My favorite pony is Rainbow Dash. And my favorite president might be Kid President. He's into hugs, dance breaks, and just being awesome. So basically, presidents are cool and get to stay up late and watch My Little Pony, and walk around on stilts, and get toys and bears named after them. And that's why I want to be president.
Aloha, boys and girls! Crafty Carol here with a brand new craft for you right here at Cool School. Alright, I already did a Moana craft that was pretty awesome. Check it out. So, I'm here for round 2. Let's do a flower lay. That's right, inspired by Moana. All right, so let's get started. So what do you need to make this craft? Well, let's see. Needle and thread. We've got some scissors. I've already cut out some strips of colorful tissue paper. So one of the first things we have to do, and this is gonna take a long time, so bear with me. We're gonna take these little strips of tissue paper and we're gonna fold them like this. See what I'm saying? It's not how an accordion sounds, but it's okay. Done! Now what we gotta do, time for our needle and thread. We're gonna take a long piece, thread my needle. You wanna make this long enough to be a good necklace. So once you have your thread looped through, so then you just wanna make a couple of knots. Take one of your little folded paper thingy doohickeys here, little paper accordions, and then you're going to take your needle through the middle of your paper, like so, and then you're just going to split through until you stop at your knot. I got a piece of tape, so I'm going to just tape that in place. And now, let me show you how we make it into a flower. You just twist and crinkle. Just kind of twist it around there. Let's do another one. So you see, you kind of got a couple little flowers here. Actually, this takes so long, you could probably watch an episode of Miss Booksy while you're twisting all these flowers. Tell me in the comments if you're totally like used to a needle and thread. Maybe you sew stuff all the time. So I'm going to tie these two ends together. First, I'm going to cut ends of thread here and then cut ends of thread here. And I'm going to tie those together. And there you have it, boys and girls. Your very own super easy DIY paper flower lay inspired by Moana.
Hey, boys and girls, it's time for a brand new adventure of Drew Pendous and his mighty penultimate. In today's episode, Drew saves the moon. Drew was on a tropical beach vacation with his family. That's one lucky Drew. There he was, building a giant sandcastle. But looks like he picked a bad spot, because the tide was flooding in.
Hey, why is the water so high? It's not supposed to be high tide till 4. It's only noon.
Oh.
The ocean almost ruined my sandcastle. Well, now I've totally ruined my sandcastle.
Then Drew noticed something very strange up in the sky.
Uh-oh, the moon is saying bye-bye.
Wait a second. I remember learning in science class that the moon controls high and low tides. It's all about gravity. If the moon disappears, no more sandcastles.
Drew grabbed his penultimate and he began sketching an awesome astronaut suit.
I'm going to space to save the moon.
Can I come too? Please, 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 please.
Okay, but you need a scarf. It's really cold in space. Blast off in 3, 2, 1.
Super Drew and his little brother blasted into outer space towards the moon. They zoomed faster than a rocket ship. Then they saw it. Aliens had hitched the moon to their spaceship and they were taking the moon away.
They're kidnapping the moon.
That's our moon.
But these weren't ordinary aliens with green skin and big heads. No, they were alien mice.
Hey, we need that.
But the alien mice didn't speak English and they shouted back.
Do you speak mouse?
Nope, but look.
They looked inside the alien mouse ship. One of the mice was looking at a recipe for mac and cheese.
They think the moon is actually made of cheese. Hey mice, it's the moon, not cheese.
But the mice shrieked back, which was mouse for, quit trying to steal our cheese. Then the alien mice threw garbage at Drew and his brother.
Gross, stop it.
Yeah, you litter bugs or litter mice.
Drew had an idea. We all know that mice love cheese, but they love peanut butter even more. Drew sketched a big glob of chunky peanut butter, and behind it, he drew a ginormous mousetrap. His little brother called out,
Look, peanut butter, yum.
Which, oddly enough, means the same thing in mouse language as it does in English. The mice saw the peanut butter and got super excited. They started singing with joy. It sounded like this. They charged towards that peanut butter and then snap! That mousetrap caught their spaceship! Then Drew sketched a giant pair of scissors to cut the moon free.
The moon is not made of cheese. It's an important part of our solar system, and we need it. Your mousetrap will open in 1 hour. Eat the peanut butter and then scram.
Yeah, and don't ever come back to our Milky Way. Whoa!
You know, the Milky Way, as in a bunch of stars, not a candy bar.
Drew and his brother defeated the mouse aliens. They tried to high five, but in space, high fives are... Anyway, they won! With the moon back where it belongs, the tide went back to normal, and they were able to finish building their sandcastle. Moral of the story, boys and girls, don't try to steal the moon, even if you really just want to make a Macky Whack. Oh, and don't be a litter bug, or a litter mouse.
You can watch more of my adventures right here. Just click.
And don't forget to subscribe, kids, and comment below.
Yeah, thanks for all the awesome ideas. A bunch of you said I should go to space. Tell me what I should do next. Bye-bye.